I want to introduce our special guest from Boeing Industries, South Carolina, Mr. Frank Hatton. He is here with us representing one of the most outstanding companies in the United States and in the world. It's indeed a pleasure to have you here with us. So we're going to turn it over to you because I want the students to have as much time as they can hearing from you. That's the most important thing today, is what you're going to tell them and the questions they're going to ask you. So welcome to ATA on behalf of 1/10 of our student population today. This is being videotaped, and we will actually show this to all our students this afternoon.
Excellent. Where's the video guy? I'm okay? Okay. I actually have free stuff. This is how this goes, guys. I used to play ball when I was in school. I believe in competition. See, most people come here and just for showing up, they will give you something. I don't believe in that. If you choose not to interact with me, you just don't get to come and see my nice, pretty face and you'll leave. If you choose to take advantage of this opportunity and interact with me, I got lots of free stuff I won't give away. And I got this little bag of stuff that I'm going to give to one person here who really steps out on faith and commits themselves to this opportunity. One person. Welcome to the real world, guys. Real world, everybody don't want a prize. Right?
Yes, sir.
Who here plays sports? Now, if you want to be in the starting lineup, you have to compete for that position. If you want to keep that spot, you have to compete for it. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Guys, Boeing is the largest aerospace company in the world. We're 2 hours away from you guys in Charleston. Everybody in this room, if they chose to be a part of our team, coming right out of high school. You probably didn't know that, did you? If you chose to, I'm going to share a few things with you guys. I don't know how much time I have. How much time do I have? 30 minutes. Okay. I usually try to set stuff up, but I'm going to save some time, not set as much time. Who has the audio video, please? I want to show a video. I'll give you some time to get set up. Thank you, sir. I have a nice little presentation on myself. Let me give you a little history about me. I've been with the Boeing Corporation for the past, it'll be 8 years in November. Pretty short time. I'm actually retired from my first company. I worked for a company called IBM for 30 years. I retired from there. I ran their IBM ThinkPad business. They now call that Lenovo. Have you ever heard of the Lenovo laptop? It used to be called the IBM ThinkPad before we sold it to the Chinese. Now it's built by China. It's called Lenovo. I worked there until they told us we had to move to China with my team. And since I've been there for 29 years, and my wife loves the United States, she said that might not be a good idea. Fire and family. So, it was an easy decision to make. I had 2 young sons, had a wife who didn't want to leave, and it was a good time to transition out. So what I wanted to do after I transitioned from IBM, I actually wanted to teach. It's always been a passion of mine to teach. Unfortunately, somebody with 3 college degrees in business, the school system wasn't very excited about somebody like me. I applied for 62 jobs in the school system. I did not get one interview. I have 2 undergraduate degrees, I have a master's degree, I have a professional certification and 30 years of experience. I could not get one interview in the school system. 1, they said I was overqualified. 2, they said I did not have a STEM-based degree. What does that mean? Science, technology, engineering, and math. So what did I do? I could have sat on my bed, felt sorry for myself. I've gone out and make myself an opportunity. So I chose to go out to two schools in the North Charleston corridor. One is North Charleston High School, one is R.B. Stall High School. They were both at-risk schools about to be taken over by the state. So for 6 months, I went to both those schools for 8 hours a day, and I worked for free to prove to them that I will be willing to do this, and I'll be a very good candidate to be employed. After 6 months, they still chose not to offer me an opportunity. Once again, overqualified, I didn't have a STEM-based degree. Well, I heard about this thing called Boeing. I said, hey, I like airplanes. That might be a good place to go. So what did I do? Since I had been in management all my life, I researched opportunities in the state and found there was free training for South Carolina residents. Free. They would actually pay you to go to school to train yourself to become an aircraft mechanic. I applied for that. Not that I needed the money. It was free, so I said, why not? So I went to school for free. And I trained myself to be an aircraft mechanic. I had never worked with my hands before in my life. Yes. No, I just went online. Everything's online. I found the programs at our local technical college. I applied to the program. I took the work keys test, because that was one of the requirements, which I passed with no real big deal. And I went into the program. Yes, sir.
How long did the program take?
That was a 6 months program. But that program allowed me to get the skills that I needed to position myself for an opportunity at Boeing. You know what my first job at Boeing was? What did I say I just went to school for? An aircraft mechanic. My starting salary at Boeing was less than my starting salary when I graduated college in 1981. But what I saw was an opportunity. I have an opportunity to work with the largest aerospace company in the world at the ground floor. Go in and find out what they do, because I've never worked in a manufacturing environment in my life. And if I choose to like it, I know I have the skill sets to create my own opportunity. So I went to work at Boeing. Even though I was trained, I had never really worked in that environment before. So young people just like you, they were very good at working with their hands. Might not be the best in school, but very good at working their hands. I partnered with those young people. And they made sure I was able to do my job. And I coached them on how to write resumes, position themselves to go back to school, and get an additional opportunity to go on. And because I was pretty IT literate, I would break into their computers at night. They weren't very robust at the time. And I was accustomed to working about 12 to 14 hours a day, and an 8-hour job was kind of going for it. And I would rewrite their processes as by profession and certified project manager. After 6 weeks, somebody said, you probably don't need to be working here on this floor. Why don't you go upstairs and talk to our leadership? I went upstairs and talked to the leadership team and found out that I have more experience than anybody in the leadership team. They offered me a job running the business office. My salary tripled. And for the next 5 years, I ran the business office, negotiating all of our contracts with all of our suppliers around the world. They had me traveling, which is something I really don't like doing anymore because I did it so much. Italy, Japan, China, Australia. I went to those places. Somebody who's 6'5", traveling is not very fun for you. I tell you that story because I saw an opportunity. And I took advantage of the opportunity. God, I'm sharing with you the opportunity to one day be a part of our team. To be a part of the largest aerospace company in the world that's 2 hours away from your house where you live. To help change your future for not just you, but your entire family. This is not a Boeing statement, guys. This is an opportunity statement. Okay? I'm going to show you this little video. It's about Boeing, South Carolina. I'm going to talk to you guys about the skill sets that we are looking for. I'm going to talk entry-level skills. Because I'm going to assume that you understand that if you want to have a degree, a job as an engineer, an IT professional, a finance manager, you have to go to college. You gotta get a degree from an accredited university. You might have to get professional certification. But I want to make sure you understand that right now, if you listen to your principal and the people in your school system, you can develop the skill sets in high school to be competitive to get a job at Boeing right out of high school. But it is a competition, guys. Because there are young people just like you all over this world that want to apply for the same exact jobs. There are men and women coming out of the military, transitioning to the real world, want these same jobs. The minute you graduate from high school, you're facing the real world. But people just don't give you something because you asked for it. You gotta want to compete for it. So that's a skill set you need to develop right now. You do that, the opportunity is there. Not just at Boeing, at all these companies that are here right now. You guys know that Google's in South Carolina? Amazon's in South Carolina. Nucor Steel, that's one of the largest steel producing companies in the world, right here in South Carolina. Continental Tire, Michelin, BMW. These companies are right here. Guys, we can't find enough young people like you that have the skill sets we need to keep ourselves going. So we have to go out of the state and bring people into the state for these jobs we have. That should not happen. It's about opportunity. Don't force us to do that. When you guys have the skill sets we need right here. Does that make sense? Okay, you guys can have a little fun. They were very serious. Oh, I think we're ready. First video. Give me the lights.
Bring it on. Bring it on. We are going strong. Bring it on. Bring it on.
We're going strong.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
We're going strong.
guys, I'm showing you guys this for a reason. You see that right there? Airplane, need 30,000 airplanes. $5.6 trillion. 2015 to 2034. That's how many planes we need in that time frame. It's a lot of planes, isn't it? It's a lot of money, isn't it? Guys, right now, our industry cannot keep up with that demand. What that also means for you guys, from a long-term standpoint, that means job security. Our industry's not going out of business. That's just one sector of our business. Boeing has a large part of it. That's one thing. But you guys can be aware of this. This is what we're building right now. These are the planes we're about to build. We build more than one plane. You see the 787? We build 3 models. All 3 models are built in Charleston. That's the only plane we build in Charleston. Everything else is built somewhere else. This is the last one I'm going to show you. See that first piece over there that says work for? In 2009, when Boeing officially came here, had about 2,500 employees. Right now, based on our most recent numbers, we have 7,500 Boeing employees and about 500 contractors. That's 8,000 employees. We've grown from about 2,500 to 8,000 since 2009. Young people, we have not stopped growing since we got here. That next bullet below says facilities. You can't read that. Less than 900,000 square feet of space when we first got here. What does that last number say? 3.2 million. Young people, we have not stopped growing since we got here. Acreage. 240 acres. 884 acres today. We have not stopped growing since we got here. You guys hear what I'm saying? You understand opportunity? And that's just our company. We're not talking about our suppliers or companies to support us. Growth opportunities. See the bottom piece right there, IT Center, Engineering Design Center, in Folsom, South Carolina. BR&TS, that's Boeing Research and Technology. All that's new business that Boeing has brought here under the Boeing umbrella. Besides the plane that we build, all that's brand new business that we brought to South Carolina. It's about opportunity, guys. So you get where I'm going? Okay. This is our plane. This is the plane we build. This is the 787 Dreamliner. This is the Dash 8 model, our entry-level model. I'm going to pass these around. This material here is carbon fiber composite. This is what the plane is made out of. Who knows what carbon fiber composite is? What is it?
Very strong, like material used in airplanes.
That is correct. It's used more than airplanes. Who's in the NASCAR here? Most NASCARs use this stuff in it. Who knows what brand new Corvette's made out of? It has carbon fiber on it. Who has, you ever seen a carbon fiber bike? Carbon fiber tennis racket? Carbon fiber eyeglass plane? That's right. This has been around forever, but our technology is made to make this whole plane made of carbon fiber. Check that out. Pass it around. This is aluminum. Lightweight aluminum. This is what a regular plane is made out of, that you fly around on right now. Brand new technology, old technology. Check that out. I want you to feel the difference in the weight. And this. Anybody in the military? The C-17 at the Charleston Air Force Base, big giant cargo plane, that's a Boeing airplane. Anybody know about Fort Jackson in Columbia? Yeah, helicopter jet out there.
Those are Boeing helicopters. Anybody know the Marine base in Beaufort? The fighter jets? Those are Boeing fighter jets. You guys got a phone? You guys have phones, right? Your phone have GPS? The satellite that runs GPS? Guess what? It's a Boeing satellite. The rocket that got us up in the air? Guess what? It's a Boeing rocket. Air Force One? President's plane? Guess what? That's a Boeing plane. Space Lab? Guess what? That's Boeing. You guys ever see those drones flying around in Afghanistan? Protecting our forces? Guess what? Thank you. You guys got an idea a little bit about who we are now? A little bit more than this one plane, guys. So when I talk opportunity,
guys, we are aerospace. It's not just this one plane. You think aerospace, Boeing's at the top. We want to give this opportunity to people who want to be at the top. You don't have to be a straight A student, but you gotta want to be at the top. That makes sense? We can teach you how to build a plane. We can't teach you to want to be at the top. We want you to be competitive. It's a competitive world. There are companies out there who want to take our company down, want to put us out of business. You gotta think like this. They trying to take food off my table. That company's trying to hurt my mama. That ain't gonna happen. We need somebody hungry like that. Guys, you guys got this in you already. Somebody in this room has the capability to create the next great airline like this. One of you guys can do this, but you gotta believe you can do it. Come to Boeing and let us give you that opportunity. Everybody can't do that, guys. This plane starts at $239 million. That's the starting price of it. This is one of our cheaper planes. To develop this plane took 15 years of development. That took billions of dollars just to develop it before we produced the first plane. Everybody can't do that, guys. You have a company like Boeing that sends me around the state to literally beg people, beg you guys to consider us for employment. You got a principal in a school system that's doing everything they can to prepare you guys for these opportunities. But I don't see you guys coming through our doors. I don't see you guys competing for these opportunities. I see people from all over the country doing this. And I'm wondering, what are we not doing? What aren't we doing, guys? Somebody help me out. The young man over here had a question? The third material, I'm sorry, that was titanium. Titanium is used on military installations. It's very strong, very heavy, slows down bullets. Okay? The significant thing about what you're handing around is that carbon fiber is so much lighter than this, it makes our plane lighter, which means our plane can fly farther, uses less gas. So while it costs a lot of money on the front end, it can last twice as long as that metal plane. Our plane won't rust. You guys ever thought about that? A metal plane will rust, ours won't. Simple as it. It's right here in your backyard, man. Yes, ma'am. What are you going to school for right now? Pre-med, we have doctors and lawyers at Boeing. We have our own medical facility. We partner with MUSC. We have 4 doctors on staff, 3 nurses, 1 exercise physiologist. We're hiring a psychologist, so you can work at Boeing. And that's right here in Charleston. Anybody else think they got a job in the middle of the have?
What's the size of your legal staff?
The size of our legal staff in Charleston, or the size of our legal staff overall?
Overall.
In Charleston, we have 12 lawyers. We probably have a legal staff across Boeing of about close to 1,000 people.
How often do you hire people straight out of law school?
I can't answer that, but the person who's coming this afternoon is part of our government relations team, they can answer that. Not very often. I think most of the people that we've hired, that I know of in our legal department in Charleston, they came to us with some experience. A lot of them got that experience working in the government, and they came after that. But you could come to us as an intern while you're in college. That's the best way to get that feel like that. And then you have to work directly with the law department, the legal department.
How would I go about starting the intern? Like, my question is,
Our intern opportunities at the college level are given to people that are sophomores and above. Because once you get the first year out the way, and then you can actually apply for one of our internships. The best way to try to get on a job as an intern, we have 256 schools around the world that we partner with, 8 in South Carolina. You get one of those schools, we recruit directly from those schools. So that's the very chance. The internship's open to anybody. But those schools, we actually go on the campus. We set up on-site interviews. You can stand a much better chance of getting an opportunity. We also have alumni groups that we partner with. So you can partner with one of those alumni groups. Start networking right now. You don't have to wait to get to college.
is NYU one of those schools that you're pointing to? You wouldn't know?
I don't know, but there's a link on our website.
All right.
I know the ones in this state. I know some other ones around the country. I'm pretty sure NYU is one though.
Thank you.
How much time? 5 minutes. What happened? Guys don't have 5 minutes. I haven't even done anything yet. Yes.
In order to become an engineer for Boeing, what level are you
A
at?
full-fledged engineer?
Yes.
One, you have to at least have a bachelor's degree from an ABET accredited engineering program. I specifically say ABET accredited engineering programs. There are also engineering technology programs. Boeing in the industry, not just our company, the industry does not recognize an engineering technology degree as a full-fledged engineering degree. You have to graduate from an engineering program. The difference between the two programs is the engineering program has higher level math. Also means about $20,000 to $25,000 difference in salary. So when you check out the engineering programs, make sure it's an engineering program that's ABET accredited, that's an international certification, and all the schools will list this. And make sure it's not engineering technology. Engineering. So there is a difference. Yes?
So you have like a stack of cards up there, those like business cards?
I have, at a minimum, I gotta give you something, otherwise you think I'm rude. I'll give you one of these. Anybody who wants one. I'll give you one of these, and this is just an information card. This is what I recommend to young people right now. Don't wait until you get out of college to start looking at jobs. You can go online to boeing.com/careers. Find a job you might be interested in. Print it off. Go to your guidance counselor and say, I want this job one day at Boeing. What do I need to start doing right now to position myself for this job? So you can start working on that right now. Don't wait until it's time to go to college. This is the job I want. What schools in this area have this discipline? You gotta have a plan, guys. Okay? Make sense?
And I believe, Mr. Hatton, you said at the other school we were at, the prerequisite to get a job at Boeing is to take the work use testing.
That is correct. Before they pull me off the stage, minimal requirements. Minimal requirements. I'll tell you what the minimal requirements are. You want to apply for a job at Boeing. Remember I said my first job at Boeing was as a mechanic? I went to school to get some stuff out of the way, but I also had 3 college degrees, so I wasn't the norm. Coming right out of high school, you have to know math, at least the algebra level math. Sounds very simple, doesn't it? You'd be surprised how many young people who graduate from high school don't remember that, they can't pass our test. You actually have to remember how to apply it. So you at least have to know algebra level math. Reading, sounds very simple, doesn't it? Everybody can't read, guys. Everybody can call out words. There's a big difference. Right? It's called reading for understanding. Give you the example I've given other schools today. Our engineers have engineering drawings that our mechanics have to follow the parts in the plane, right? We give you the engineering drawings. You have to be able to interpret that drawing, read the instructions, know how to properly put the parts on. It's called reading for understanding. Anybody can just call out the words, but do you understand what you just read so that you can actually do the work? That's a skill. You guys are developing that in school right now, so that shouldn't frighten anybody. Third thing, soft skills. Young people, and I've shared this with people before and other schools also. You are by far the smartest generation this country has ever developed. Leap years ahead of you. You have no soft skills. You have no people skills. Why? This thing. You're accustomed to doing this. You got accustomed to looking up and having a conversation. Something as simple as knowing how to shake somebody's hand. That's a skill, guys. You guys don't want to, I reach my hand out to people and people look at me like I'm a Martian or something. I ask you to shake my hand, and you shake my hand like you just broke your arm. I'm almost 60 years old, guys. You won't hurt me. Give me a hand that makes me think you want to get employed. Look me in the eye. That projects a level of confidence. Things like that can actually get you an interview, guys. Can actually get you employed. How you dress. People actually come into my office with their pants hanging down. I had to fight myself not to call HR and get them fired that day. You guys just heard me, right? Young ladies come into my office with stuff hanging out that shouldn't be hanging out. I have to call somebody and say, you need to sit in this room with me because this person is inappropriately dressed in this environment. Young people, I'm sure your educators have told you guys these things. We value diversity at Boeing. After you get a job at Boeing, if you want to come there all tatted up, earrings on, not a problem as long as you do your work. Okay? That's okay. Bisexual, lesbian, we don't care. You do your work, we don't care. We understand? But you got to get there first, right? Does that make sense? One last piece, and they're going to pull me off, or let me like the next school. There's this thing called integrity, honesty, character. Something we can't teach you. You got to come to us with that. You see this plane right here? This plane, our entry-level model, holds 240 passengers. It has a cruising height of 35,000 feet. Guys, once this thing gets up in the air, and it's cruising, it can't break. It's got to work. We don't get do-overs in our business. You got to be able to get those passengers down on the ground safely. You guys understand that? So, you must be honest in our business. You got to want to do the right thing. You're allowed to make a mistake. But say you're on this plane, you're in this back corner where it's real dark. Nobody there but you and God. It's almost 4 o'clock. You got a hot date. You got 2 more bolts to put on. You say, well, I'm not going to put those on this one. Close this panel. Nobody will ever know. You leave. Close it up. 5 years down the road, how you didn't put those bolts on, and that plane comes off, that plane crashes. Because you didn't put those 2 bolts on. That's called character, guys. We need to hire people who won't do that. Who will say, guys, I got a situation, I need some help. Check behind me, can you get this for me now? Because I got a commitment. To make sure that will never happen. You guys understand that? We can't make you good people. You got to come to us with that. We can't make you want to do the right thing. You got to come to us with that. If you guys do those basic things, guys, you have this opportunity to work with our company, or to work in our industry, or to work anywhere in this state that needs the same skill sets. Don't force us to do something that we don't want to do. We came here for a reason, to get you guys this message. I hope that all of you guys will accept the challenge. If you don't want to work in my company, at least accept the challenge to raise the bar, to want to be the best. Does that make sense? So this is what I'm going to do. They drag me off, they give me the sign. I got enough of these for everybody. I have enough of these for everybody. The young man over there, stand up for me. These two young ladies. Young man in the black. I'm going to call the ones who answer me a question. Raise your hand if you ask me a question. These two right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to give you guys some of my Boeing pens. And one of you guys is going to get my Boeing gift bag, Boeing lapel pen, a real nice Boeing pen, metal, Boeing pencil, a Boeing lanyard, and my Boeing poster. I just got to decide which one you guys are going to get this. So while I'm packing up, I'm going to decide. But come down real quick and grab a pen.
Let me just say, as y'all are coming down, we want to join and thank Mr. Hatton for spending time